Who would have thought that Jason Lee and Nicki Minaj could ever agree on anything given their long documented feud?
I've ever seen, and that's not just because I don't like her. Some people just can't accept the fact that their time is past. And so they're using all these young girls. Nicki, let me just say her name. Political. Nicki's using all these young girls to be able to leverage their name because she felt.
Their feud got so nasty that in September 2023, Jason Lee made a viral and serious allegation involving Nicki Minaj, claiming that Nicki and her husband had allegedly put a hit on him or were trying to have him unalived. Like, he even said that he had proof and intended to take his evidence to the district attorney. So yes, I know that Jason Lee and Nicki Minaj have spent years at each other's throats, but in this industry, I guess the enemy of my enemy is my business partner. Guess what? There have been allegations that Jason Lee and Nicki could potentially be aligning against Jay-Z.
To be the queen that she could be. I want her to be respected and regarded the way that she deserves to be for her talent. But, nonetheless, you gotta own what you...
What a time to be alive. Okay, guys. Music. I know that y'all know that Jason has been very vocal about people who gatekeep in the industry like Jay-Z. And he's actually made several allegations about Jay-Z that have landed him in trouble with the Carters. He even claimed on an episode of his podcast that Jay-Z had been sending people to call him and warn him against speaking about him, saying, "Jay-Z, I know you're watching because you got people calling me. Stop having people call me. You can call me yourself. You know how to get my number. You got people calling me. Call me yourself because this right here is going to go viral. I will tell you to the audience, if I do come up missing, all the calls I've been getting have been about him." So this was actually the first time Jason publicly positioned himself as someone who has been a target off the Roc Nation machinery that Nicki Minaj has been tweeting about. And this is when people actually started noticing a shift in him aligning with people who have been exposing Jay-Z and Roc Nation like Jaguar Wright and Nicki Minaj. Music. Now, based on what people have been saying, the peace treaty rumors between Nicki Minaj and Jason started when Jay-Z selected Kendrick Lamar for the 2025 Super Bowl, bypassing Lil Wayne. Of course, Nicki aired out her frustrations, while Jason focused his coverage on the unfairness of the industry gatekeeping rather than just mocking Nicki's anger. And fans noticed that he didn't go for the jugular like he usually does when Nicki crashes out. Music. Okay, I know you will also say that just a few months ago, Jason Lee was leaning into the viral hashtag #ApportNicki petitions and her controversial political stances. Music, and he even said that she has a weird obsession with D after her post-Grammy rant.
Nicki is obsessed with, right? She says Christy Teigen has one. She's called me a she's called Don Lemon a I don't know what her obsession with are. But here's the deal. I'm not thinking of Nicki Minaj today. I think that what she's doing, just the troping, the continuous disregard for the LGBT community, for her fans, for humanity, for everybody, it's an embarrassment to the culture. So I'm not really thinking of Nicki. And I think Billy Porter told my reporter the other day on the red carpet exactly.
But look at Jason's most recent commentary more keenly. In late 2025 and early 2026, his tone, music, shifted, and instead of just calling Nicki Minaj crazy, he started framing her as a pawn being used by larger political and industry forces. Music, in fact, on the Jason Lee podcast, he began discussing Nicki's political stunts, music, as desperate moves by someone who has been systematically shut out of the industry elite by people like Jay-Z. And Jason has been strongly bashing these gatekeepers in the last couple of months. On the other hand, Nicki has also been very vocal about how industry giants like Jay-Z have tried to cancel her or block her success, music, to favor other artists like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. See, Nicki previously went on a rant exposing Jay-Z and Tidal for scamming her and trying to silence her with $1 million. She was setting the record straight about her part in Jay-Z's music streaming service sale of music, Tidal, claiming both he and Steve Stoute are spreading lies. And she actually said that she was convinced that Jay-Z was pouring money into pushing Megan Thee Stallion's H to outperform Bigfoot when it was released. More recently, Nicki implied again that she's been sabotaged professionally by Jay-Z and his associates, saying music, that it's actually the real reason why she doesn't release music. She also said that an unnamed party had been seeking to damage her relationship with her spouse, Kenneth Petty, and that efforts to turn Petty against her have involved lies and friends in high places. In addition, Nicki Music also said that the social media accounts held by her and her followers were being shadow banned in a clear effort to injure her brand. And she actually had receipts showing how the feature to show people what she was liking had been demolished. And she also reposted a number of communications from fans reporting unexplained technical difficulties they specifically encountered on platforms she uses at the time. Nicki also reposted an interview done by Diri Hadley, the youngest daughter of Roc Nation CEO Desiree Perez, and in the interview Dem, who is suing her mother for committing her to a mental institution, claimed that Roc Nation basically sabotaged Nicki Minaj and took away her freedom of speech. She also said that Roc Nation went after Nicki's family. They've attacked her husband. They've attacked her baby. And it should really scare the American people.
He has been through some trauma and some abuse with Roc Nation, with Desiree Perez, with other individuals. What I can say about that is I've witnessed and heard a lot of things. Again, is hearsay, right? So it doesn't even matter. And that's why I'm not even going to go into detail with that. If I have the opportunity to speak with Nicki, would love to connect with her on that. But I've kind of seen, just like you firsthand, how they've they've abused her. They've abused of her platform. They've abused her talents. They've abused of her freedom of speech. They've abused her family. They've attacked her husband. They've attacked her child. And it's sad. It's really sad. Somebody so resourceful, talented, high profile as Nicki Minaj being targeted. It should really scare the American people. It should really scare you guys too, right? Because I'm the daughter, so it's like at this point, if it's happening to me, I think she's really outspoken, and I'm grateful that she's being outspoken on it, because I think she's almost seeing it like, well, it happened to me, it's happening to her, let me speak up on it, nobody is safe.
So basically the assumption is that Jason Lee and Nicki Minaj are secretly aligning to expose Jay-Z. And because of this, they're kind of not bashing each other as strongly as they've always done. In fact, there have been rumors that Jason has been saying behind the scenes that Jay-Z and Beyoncé did in fact put out a professional hit on Nicki Minaj. Well, to be fair, it wouldn't be the first time Jay-Z and Beyoncé have been accused of putting a hit on other artists. Someone like Blue Cantrell was a successful singer with an amazing voice, with labels literally fighting to sign her. But in 2004, after Music, several hits, Arista Records somehow forgot to renew her contract. Like, how do you forget to renew the contract of one of your most talented singers? Anyway, around this time when they conveniently forgot to renew the contract, Blue realized that while at the label, she had not made anywhere near as much money as she should have. And in an interview on You Know I Got Soul, Blue revealed that she wishes she had someone who could guide her through the process. Then one of the last times we had about Blue was in 2012, when there were reports that Blue Cantrell was taken to a hospital for psychological evaluation in Santa Monica after police responded to the scene after she was seen screaming in the street by passers-by. Apparently, she was screaming about someone giving her poisonous gas, and the episode went on long enough that someone called the police. Now, allegedly, the disappearance had a lot to do with the fact that she had some sort of beef with Beyoncé because Jay-Z allegedly wanted her. There were actually rumors that Jay-Z and Blue had a romantic relationship. But when she was asked a few times about the relationship, Blue said that there was nothing going on between her and Jay. Although, she did admit to Wendy Williams that she had a big crush on him.
They're in love, politics speaking. No, I really do think they're in love. I have a big crush on him now. I'll tell you that much. I still have a crush on him now. No, I didn't. No, I'm really selective about it. What? Really. I really like him though. And I don't care who he's dating. I always had a crush on him though.
If he came in right now and we were all not here. What? I'm just saying, you're in New York.
Yeah, okay. And what
and you ran into him and everything was right. Would you make that flat?
I wouldn't turn it down. Let's just put it that.
Other than Blue, Maya was also one of the most successful artists back in the day, and she released her debut album, Maya, in 1998 with Intercope Records, followed by other studio albums, Fear of Flying and Mood Ring. In the US alone, Maya had over 2 million album sales across her career, winning several awards, including a Grammy nomination, and her songs smashed the top charts. Music, however, just like with Blue back in the day, there were rumors that Maya and Jay-Z had a relationship after collaborating on the remix of her hit song Best of Me. And Music, because things didn't go well between her and the Sayers, she was also sabotaged. Actually, the list of people who have been allegedly sabotaged and blacklisted courtesy of the Carters is long. And I'm talking about people like Amory, Tiara Marie, Mia, Carrie Hilson, Music, and even Rihanna. Honey, all this sabotaging is what Nicki has been talking about. And she's made it clear more than enough music times that her career has taken a professional hit because of Jay-Z. Well, she's also recently made extreme unverified allegations, claiming that high-level industry figures like Jay-Z are involved in sacrificing young ones to maintain power. She also, music, specifically called out the age gap in Jay-Z's past relationship with Aaliyah and alleged that he began dating Beyoncé when she, music, was not yet of age. In addition, Nicki also tied her industry grievances to politics, posting a meme of Jay-Z, Aaliyah, and Beyoncé with the caption, "If you ever vote Demon Rat again, you're just as soulless as they are and will perish." Anywho, what people are saying is that Jason Lee knows that the Jay-Z gatekeeping narrative is one of the most viral topics in the world right now. And even though he's been Nicki's #1 critic, Jason is a businessman first. Meaning if he switches sides to expose the industry machinery that Nicki claims is suppressing her, it would be the biggest media play of his music career. Think about it. Nicki is currently dealing with a massive amount of press regarding her personal, music, life, and political moves like that wild citizenship gold card, and she needs a media mouthpiece that isn't afraid of the gatekeepers or the corporate structures. Basically, music, people are noticing that Jason's tone toward Nicki has shifted from she's dangerous to she's misunderstood by the industry. And if Nicki provides the insider info on how the industry allegedly operates and Jason provides the platform with no filter, they could create a counter-rock nation narrative that would shake the foundations of hip-hop. Just imagine the first interview Nicki gives where she actually names music names. And she does it on Hollywood Unlocked. The internet would literally break. Well, despite the juicy rumors of a truce, Jason Lee is still a critic. And as recently as early 2026, he has called out Nicki's weird obsessions and controversial slurs, proving that while they may share a common enemy in Rock Nation, he isn't exactly a barb yet. But maybe, just maybe, there could be truth in the alleged truce. I don't know, guys. I personally don't think it's a friendship yet. But you let me know what you think of the alleged Nicki-Jason alliance against Jay-Z in the comments section below.